Fractions, adding and subtracting fractions. Please subscribe to our channel. Shorty Education has lots coming. Adding fractions. If you haven't watched the video on equivalent fractions, please go watch that quickly. If you're comfortable with the equivalent fractions, we can go ahead and add fractions. Our first example, 2/5 plus 1/5. When we add fractions and we've got the same fraction, that means they're all halves, or they're all thirds, or they're all fifths, like in this case, we can just go ahead and add all the numerators. But it's very important that our denominators are the same before we add the fractions. Can you see in this case we've both got fifths? So I've got 2/5 plus 1/5. That will end up with 3/5. And it's as simple as that. It gets slightly more complicated, but it's not very difficult when we have two different denominators. Just remember that we always have to add apples and apples. We have to have the same thing or the same fraction, the same denominator when we add fractions together. You'll remember from our previous video that we can change one fraction into another fraction by multiplying both the numerator and the denominator by the same number. In this case, we've got 3 tenths, and we need to change our fifths to tenths so that we can add the same fraction together. So let's write it like this: 3 tenths plus 2 fifths. And I'm going to change the fifths to tenths. I'm going to say that if I multiply 5 by 2, I will get 10. So then it will be the same by the denominator. But then I have to do the same with the numerator at the top. So then I have to multiply 2 by 2 as well. So that will equal to 3 tenths plus, remember we said 2 times 2 is 4. 5 times 2 is 10. And here we have the same fractions now. We've got 3 tenths plus 4 tenths. We only have to add the numerators because the denominators are already the same. 3 plus 4 is 7. And it's as simple as that. The only thing to remember is that we have to change the denominators so they are the same. Subtracting fractions. That's as easy as adding the fractions. The only thing that we need to keep in mind is just to keep the denominators the same. In our first example, we've got 5/6. Take away 2/6. We're lucky in this case, the denominators are the same. They're both 6's. So we can just go ahead and write our answer. 5 take away 2 is 3, and the denominator is 6. 3/6. As easy as that. In the next example, we've got two different denominators. And remember, we can only add or subtract fractions when they are the same, when it's the denominator is the same. So we'll have to change one or both of them. In this case, I've already got an idea. I think we can change the 5 to a 15. Let's have a look what we can do. So I'm going to write down my sum 9/15. Take away 2/5. And I'm going to change this 5 to a 15 by multiplying by 3. But we have to multiply the numerator by 3 as well. So let's do that. Let's say the 9/15. Take away 2 times 3 is 6. And 5 times 3 is 15. There we go. We've got the same denominator. 9 take away 6 is 3. And our denominators are going to stay the same. There's our final answer, 3/15. Well done.